Hey guys, how's it going? Whoa, what a day for a Thursday. So let's just go ahead and take a look at price action. Not spend a lot of time here staring at me talk to you. But what I want to show you today is the patience of trade. When you stick to the system and what it should tell you to do, you do it. And sometimes it doesn't just happen instantly, right? Sometimes you have to wait for the gratification of that payout. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then we'll talk about some patience today. So here we are in the chats on the 15-minute, and let's take a look. So I talked about it before. The New York futures opened right here. Then at this candle right here, we got our levels on. Yay! Now we're waiting for the New York Stock Exchange to open up and let that kind of craziness go on. So you can see that kind of happen. Right here is our entry, though, right back here. And we need a close below this line, so it's right here, right? So you're saying, okay, well, here is the 845 candle. We got that. Woo! We're done there. Then we're sitting in this candle. We got the close below. What are you supposed to do? Well, the rules are enter the trade. Okay. I entered the trade and I went ahead and put my target or my entry right here. So this candle opened right here. And I put my stop way up here. You can see it's right up here on this red dotted line. So instantly, right after it comes right up, fills you, and you're like, oh man, are you kidding? It goes up, closes up into the body, comes down, actually wicks down, and you're like, all right, cool. Or did it go straight up and then come down, right? Actually, that's what happened. So it opened here, went up, and you're thinking, oh man, this was a bad idea. Came all the way up, hit your 30-minute high for the day, come down, came all down, hit your nice target one. Now we do have a wall here on the daily support. This is considered a magnet trade. So if you look at it, this is like a magnet. It's pulling price action into it. A lot of times this would have just played straight down into it, target two basically, or right into the wall, ticket right above target two, ticket right here at the wall. Pretty good. Now this wick here was kind of surprising, really, in price action. Now you could have taken it off, right? Let's see if we went into the 5-minute, that you could have gotten out there, depending on what's going on and what your rules are. Then it came right back up. You're still sitting in the trade. Your stop's way up here. It's keeping you protected, right? It came all the way up and grinded, came down, cleared through the entry again, started to trade back up. Now it's right here at the getting close to the end of the day. It still hasn't broken completely out. You have your 200 that's sitting right here now at the entry. Your 21's coming over on top of it here on the 15. Is it going to push it on down again and hit the trade that it originally was asking for? Maybe. You have to kind of make that decisions during the day. This is when you want to call it out for yourself. You can see how the energy kicked in real hard. This is typically what you're looking for. Like I said, though, you would have expected this to typically go down, at least come in and touch the daily resistance or support. In this case, it's support. So it should have touched it. You did get everything set up correctly, though. So if you're trading the system, trading what we always talk about, yes, that's exactly what you needed to do. That's why you put your stop, what we talk about. This is why you put your entry where it is. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because consistency, that's what we're here for. Hopefully we've proven that with all the videos that we have. You'll see the same thing over and over and over, talking about the Kubota.com, the levels that give you, the indicators that you can use. These are indicators that you see on here. This is all indicators on the charts right now. You just basically paste the data in and it puts it on the chart. You don't have to sit here and draw a bunch of lines every day. That's what we're avoiding. So I could go over to the indicator and start turning things off. You do have the high-low liquidity areas right here. It's kind of all 50-50. Price actions kind of stayed in a neutral state. I don't really expect a lot happening at this point. Now you could get all crazy and start drawing, patterns on here, and getting some lines, and start drawing this kind of stuff and saying, well, that's this, and This over here is this, and oh, it's sitting in this wedge pattern. This could be a bull flag that maybe is in here, but then you really kind of expect it to be more like this, a little higher, maybe a little longer out, possibly, all that good stuff. It really doesn't matter. When you're at the end of the day, I would be careful starting to draw patterns and flags, really at any time. You kind of want to have major support or resistance being hit and play out. Now, this could easily snap down, take out this lower liquidity and fill this gaps. It could come all the way back down here and fill this gap. It could, right? Let's go ahead and go into the 5 minute though and analyze that. I'm going to go ahead and get these lines off the chart that I just drew because it's just noise. And I mean, it has probabilities. If that's what you're trading with all the time, cool for you. I'll enjoy it. That's the reason why you see me using a full chart. If I click on it, you can see it opens up all these indicators. I'm not going to, get into those indicators because that's the whole point. Is let's get the noise out of the way. Let's go into the 5 minute here. This is the same trade we're talking about right here. Was that early morning that we're talking going over. Here is your close that you were expecting. Perfect right here on the 5 minute. Here is the entry right here. Got in, it did run up, and yes, that would have been definitely would have been sweating on that one. That's why a lot of times they say just get in the trade and then walk away for a little while. And then this did come back down through here, and it did trade pretty aggressive. When it came back up, though, this was kind of calling that push back up, right? The sad thing is when it really crossed through that 5 minute 21 that we always talk about, you're really right back at entry. That's where you had to make that hard call, like I'm just going to jump off of this or not. For me, I kind of look at it as like, well, it didn't actually transition all the way through. So like you would expect it to. So more than likely, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit in it myself and let this trade back down. And throughout the rest of the day, it's just kind of actually gone flat and traded within the noise, and it didn't really break down. I will say, if you can look at your indicators and stuff. You do have pressure here on the 1 hour. Does show a breakdown. Could just roll over. It could go sideways in here. Could, right? So we'll have to kind of watch. There is kind of a flattening area. This does kind of want to build up here. I just be careful with, again, drawing lines on a chart, because it's not telling you that it wants to go yet. It is telling you, though, that more than likely it's probably going to break out of this area, just the way it's been building. The one thing that typically what you'll see before it does this, though, is it will come down and then build right back up in here a lot of times and snap. So it's going to come and get the people that put their stops right here. They're trying to get into this early entry. It could come and easily fill in these zones. And price action right now is definitely saying, yes, it could come down through here. Yeah, it could come down through here or even break down into this lower area. Now, would it come all the way down here to that target 3? Probably not, right? So, yeah, this could break back up here. It could come in here, but definitely could come down and, fill this area and eat up the people that were trying to front run this in long. And let's go ahead and build that out, right? So if you did say, hey, I'm going to get in right now, I'm going to put my stop right here because that was good, and I'm going to go ahead and run this up, and this could easily run up into that 72 to 74,000. We've been talking about this for a while, and this is why I say be careful, because look, that's a great risk to reward. That's an awesome trade. Now, if this is set up and ready to go, I'd be excited with you. Now, it could be. That's always a possibility, right? There's always a possibility of this breaking out. It's trying to push up right now, definitely trying to get up in that upward area. So we'll, just like I just said, let's be careful though, because this more than likely will want to come down and get some energy before it goes. And, and that could be still on the table. So we'll have to kind of watch. If you were in this trade and you wanted to make a decision and wonder what's going on, if you're in this current trade from this morning, I mean, you could cut your losses. You could have cut your losses anytime it broke down here, and or took a couple of profit in your pocket. But I would say be careful, because you have to remember why you take the trade. And the other thing is the system never is 100%. If it's 100%, you're probably not being truthful with it. What you want to start seeing is like a 60, 70, even an 80% success rate. I mean, even if you went and talked to any big hedge fund investor, your big banks, all these, the rich mentality that people think have, if I had $1 million hedge fund account or whatever, I'd make all this. They're only trading 60% success rate themselves. So everything that they trade, that means they're losing 40% of the time. What they do is they run money management behind it. So when they win those 60, they win big, and when they lose the other 40%, they lose consistent or a small amount. And so it's kind of almost just a flat line there, and with large gains on it. And the way those guys win is running a system. So when the system says to get in, like I was showing you earlier, you get in. And the reason why I'm showing you and walking through all this, I'm on the 1 hour chart now, so that's not giving us very much data here for us to look at. But you can see, how it played out, just like we were talking about. And the sad thing is it didn't break down, but that's part of that 40%. And the system did tell us to get in, and we took the entry, and it did trade down pretty aggressive, and it hit a nice little area. At the time, though, you might always say, well, what should I do? Well, I can tell you one thing. If you always want a really good win rate with our system, is when the system tells you to do it, like today, like it told you to take this trade. It gave you all the parameters that had high probability of success. If you always just said, hey, you know what, I'm going to take it off every single time at target 1, you pretty much would be almost 100% like win rate. I mean, right now, if you go back and look at our data, I think it's only failed a handful. But target 1 always got hit. Well, target 1 always isn't the best trade. Most of the time, it does come down to target 2. So the percentages of running, say, a 70% success rate on that 30% that doesn't hit target 2 for you, then go with that. Because you put more money in your pocket overall. But the biggest thing is don't trade outside of the system, right? When you think, oh, this looks like it's going to break up. Like right now, it'd be like me saying, you know what, I'm going to take this trade that I just threw on here. Well, why are you taking that? Did your parameters, your system, whatever you're going to do consistently tell you to take it? Then why are you taking it? Well, because I'm going to, be careful, Be careful. That's where a lot of people that I've talked to, as people that like to invest and do this kind of stuff, they get frustrated and they say this doesn't work. And ultimately, that's really what it's come down to when I've talked to them. That's what people tell you. Hey, build journals, track it, write it down, find yourself. Really, it's telling you to find what works for you, and then really teach yourself to stay with what works for you. This week has been, so far a rough week. It's kind of act like it wants to go up, but you can see it's really just building. If I'm looking at, that's why I went up to this higher time frame. If I actually open this up a little more so you can see it all, you can see that it ran up, right, and did this nice run up, and then really it's just kind of sitting in this flag, really, right, in this flagging pattern. So this doesn't really tell me it wants to break down. Really, at this point, it does tell me it wants to go up. And if you're saying, well, where could this go? Okay, well, let's take a look. I mean, I'm not going to draw all the way out, but I am going to draw where it kind of has a consistency. You could take this all the way down from this initial run. You could take this other area right here. That's just up to you how you want to do it. This is a 1 hour chart, so could be a while, but it does say it wants to go up in this upper area. Pretty close to what we were just talking about. The other thing is you want to play a little more conservative, right? Let's go ahead and take from the last flat area before it ran again, and let's play a little more conservative here. So that's about 73,000, give or take. So, if we're drawing flags and drawing poles, getting all fun with it for targets, this is the target that we talked about actually at the end of on Sunday night, weekly candle close. And we were saying that by the end of this week, it easily could be targeting this 74,000 level. And there again, we're just marking it out. Let's go ahead and see. I love when it proves me wrong because people like to say, hey, you were wrong. Yep, thanks. Even myself can't be 100% of the time. So anyway, all right, guys, I will leave you alone. And hopefully you're having a great day and a great time trading. Like and subscribe to our videos. We're always here to help. If you do have questions, put them in the comments, that kind of thing. We will definitely help you out as we can. So, all right, guys, we'll see you later.